I'm Luis Maresca, co-host of Coding 101 with Father Robert Ballister, and today we are talking about network-attached storage. This specific NAS unit is the Synology DS214se 2300. It is a home to small office entry-level unit. Those of you who are not familiar with NAS, primarily network-attached storage is to host up files or serve up files on your network. And even though it doesn't sound the most exciting thing in the world, if you've ever lost anything or forgot to back something up, network-attached storage can literally save your life when it comes to backing up really important documents, video files, photos, so on and so forth. If you've ever shared anything on your computer before, network-attached storage is a similar concept. The operating system will serve up a set of files, whether it's and make it accessible across devices, platforms, operating systems, that kind of thing. This specific unit, the DS214se, comes with two 3 terabyte drives. They are NAS drives, Seagate drives, really kind of great drives actually for an entry-level unit. They come in actually RAID 1 or mirrored configuration, which means that the data that's on the first drive is actually mirrored or copied to the second drive. It really gives you peace of mind when it comes to making sure that you have redundancy in your data. Or if you ever had a drive fail on you before, I sure have, you want to make sure that having backup of the data is very important, and it makes it really easy to actually replace the drive. If one of the drives fails, you turn the unit off, you pop the unit open with just 2 screws on the back, you slide out the old drive, slide in a new drive, and boom, you immediately get copying of data from the first drive to the second drive. It's really easy to kind of get it set up. This specific unit comes with 256 megs of DDR3 RAM, comes with a Armada 370 CPU, it's 800 megahertz. It comes with really low power consumption, and it also comes with an open source operating system called DiskStation Manager. So it's a really great operating system when it comes to actually applications and packages put on it. Comparably to other Synology units, some of them, like for instance, it's Big Brother, the 215 Plus. It will come with 1 gigabyte of RAM. It comes with a dual core processor. Even the 415 Plus, comes with a quad core 2.4 gigahertz processor and 2 gigs of RAM. So again, this is just an entry-level unit, but it really has some great features to it when it comes to entry-level. On the back of the unit, there are 2 USB 2.0 ports. Not really sure how useful these ports will be. Again, because if you ever backed up data or served up data on a USB 2.0 port before, it's going to take you a while. So I'm not really sure how useful those are from an external storage to backup capability, but they can be used for a print server. But if you have a newer router in your network, those routers sometimes have USB ports to plug in a printer and serve up as a printer. So again, not really sure how useful they would be from a USB perspective, but they are there if you need them. Again, this unit is pretty easy to set up. Again, if you wanted to replace the drives, just 2 screws in the back. The drive easily slides open, and you can see immediately inside there's those 2 3 terabyte drives. They're Seagate NAS drives. These drives run at 5,900 RPM, consistent rate. Really great performance out of those drives. Some of the other Synology units come with the Western Digital Red drives installed on them. They don't necessarily have the greatest performance in the world. Again, some of them come with the green drives. Those drives are, again, not necessarily the best performance in the world. They can range from 5,400 to 6,000 RPM when it comes to the spinning of the drive, and they don't necessarily get the best performance, but they do get pretty good power consumption. But these drives are actually better from a performance perspective. Services installed on the unit, it comes with a backup service, very similar to Time Backup on OS X, the file history on Windows, antivirus package, comes with media server, also comes with business services like mail server or even a voice communication server for routing calls, Node.js server. So it comes with really kind of great services right out of the box. So pros. Right out of the box, this unit comes with pre-installed hard drives, and that makes for an advantage over some of the other economical startup units. I'd say definite pro for this unit. Another pro, this special edition unit comes with 2 3 terabyte drives in RAID 1 or mirrored configuration. Again, it gives you that peace of mind when it comes to backing up your data. Third pro is this unit's actually pretty fast comparatively to some of the other economic units. So I'd say definite pro for this unit. And finally, what's a plus for this unit is the super fast and easy setup time. In a couple minutes, you're up and running and ready to go. Cons, this unit doesn't have Wake on LAN support. And that can be useful for not utilizing so much power when it comes to when you're not using the unit. If you want to use it at a VPN server, sometimes having Wake on LAN is useful for using lower power. Also, the chassis is a bit flimsy, so if I'm opening and closing the unit a bunch of times, I'd be worried that potentially I could actually crack or break the unit, but hopefully those good drives on the inside will mean that I don't have to open it as many times. The USB 2.0 ports on the back, Another con is that not very useful. Again, not be unless you're going to use it as a print server, not very good for backing up data. Doesn't have eSATA, doesn't have USB 3.0, so not very useful from that perspective. Final con, only 256 megs of RAM. So if you're going to be using it for a communication server or sorting out video, DLNA, doing that all at once, mail server, you could potentially run out of system memory. But again, it is an economical entry-level unit, and it can be very useful if you're not going to be utilizing it for that much. I would say a definite buy for this unit. As an entry-level unit, it comes with a ton of services, had a great hardware on the inside, those 3 terabyte drives and RAID configuration, a great startup unit for NAS. Again, I'm Louis Maresca from Coding 101, and this is the Synology DS214se.